friends, family. We are talking about spiritual being. We are bringing awareness to the choice that has to be made. The choice is one that with words, with some information, it becomes easier to see am I here? Why are we here? And what is the choice? And the choice is something you will have to take at different times as are you are challenged to kind of go deeper. So that is the purpose of the journey, that we can gradually go deeper, just as we have found a place in our life where we are comfortable. We have created an identity, but we might still realize that there are more to be had. There's more beyond this. So hence the potential of awakening, opening up, moving beyond the patterns of the ego and into spiritual being. So when we talk here, we kind of bring awareness to yourself, where you've been, where you might be going, where others are, and hence where I am. So we kind of need to see where our surroundings are, where our people, our friends are, where we ourselves are, and where I am. So we kind of need to, it's good to find a way of connecting the thread, to find the potential, to see where the journey leads, so it's easier to kind of surrender to the journey. So, yeah, exactly. The journey, the surrender, even to a sneeze, the surrender to the simplicity of energy movement. Most of us, as we are kind of born, you're born from the feminine. And then we kind of become an identity that takes place in the world. So our identity is the masculine looking out in the world, the feminine, and we're just kind of orchestrating ourselves through the world. And then we are engaging with different identity politics. Am I a girl or a boy or a woman or a man, or pretty or cool, or who is supposed to be leading, what kind of culture, what kind of identity, gender, color, techniques, all these different kind of parts of our ego. So then we're still just kind of engaging just completely with the ego. Yet we will find great pleasure in the ego, but eventually we might want to grow. And from that feminine, which is, we're just born into this reality. And many people just kind of stay as a child. It's the feminine. You're just there. You're given. Everything is for free. You're given. more in the socialist country, you can be given free healthcare, free everything is just given to you. You don't have to do too much; it's just given. So then we can stay a child our whole life, even when we're pregnant, we're grown up, we're parents, we have work, everything is just given. So we remain just in the feminine as a child. We have the potential to become a grown up, mature, ascend through the ego, which into the masculine of grown upness. So we have potential to move through this journey of the masculine. And in the ego, it's a little bit, sometimes you dare to kind of claim more responsibility in a sense, because to just live doesn't necessarily require responsibility. If you're just doing something you're good at, everything is just given to you, handed to you, you can still remain a child your whole life. That's like the maturity of the ego. And then we can become a grown up. So you see some people kind of take that step in life, that they kind of become more of an adult, or they claim more maturity, they claim more responsibility. Then from there, or wherever you are, you will have to still move from wanting just to live within the ego to awakening the ego, which kind of is a different path. That means that you discover life, you discover an awakening. That means that life is alive. That means that what you're awakening to is spirit, which is alive. We're starting to break the ego open to see aliveness. And in that, we're actually opening up to more energy. So that is kind of what we are focusing on here, why we're talking about, because to awaken the energy of spirit is a little bit more uncomfortable, because you will be shaken, you will be rattled. Some people call it triggered, but that's often kind of, then we just want to organize everything within therapy or fixing or organizing. We just wanted to stay within the ego. So I use words to maybe support that you are ready to start seeing that getting shaken, rattled is also part of awakening, but then you're starting to break open the ego to start moving through the mind that sees awakening, sees spirit, and then we start moving into the body, which can open as well, open to body being. And there when they talk about soul, body, mind, then we have the soul, that we can start opening up the soul and let being in, soul being. So all these parts are still just kind of parts of our ego. So we break open these parts of our ego, and that's when we can birth into spiritual being. Spiritual being is a completely different journey, because it's not really of the ego anymore. So then, but it still returns. It's like becoming a born again. When they talk about born again Christian or born again, even a little baby can born again to life. So to be born again comes from choice. To be born again is that choice that we can allow ease or energy ease to come in and guide us through the body, through our being. And as we do it, we allow love to be the embrace of our body, of our selves, of life. So then we see our life, so we become a loving embrace. And this is kind of the journey of our spiritual being that gradually can lead us to the enlightened state, the enlightened being. So this whole journey has many levels, and the guide isn't necessarily the words, but sometimes words is good to see what might be ahead and where you might be at and where you might have been and where others are at. So there, it becomes easier to get the red, like the thread. So where are you going to? So that helps for us to kind of open up to that faith that is needed. The faith of guidance, the faith that opens up to ease. So for us to kind of connect with the choice of awakening, we kind of need to see where are we? Are we just going into different systems where people are just creating different tribes and families and identities, and where people are just kind of wanting to be like a girlfriend space or a friend space or a family or a work or like a training situation or different kind of spiritual traditions, religions that can still be just identities that it's not necessarily connected to energy, to ease. So we have to kind of open ourselves up that we need a choice, but we also need to see if the choice is true, is the guidance true. So many people use words, and that's where like the discernment is that many people lie. Most of us are trained to be actors. So then we fake it. We fake things. We say we are so happy because happy is not hard to be. If we're talking about eternal happiness, that's something different. That's something you can't fake. But to find the discernment to see is the words connected to an energy, an expression that spawns love and connection with life. So that is where these words and these Wisdom Wednesdays are connected to helping you to see and being a guidance of simplicity and ease, as the journey is so gentle and graceful and effortless that we still need to open ourselves up with patience and maturity to receive it. So we got some beautiful rainbow colors here on YouTube. So if you're not on YouTube, you're missing out. But we're Instagram and YouTube are both connected here. And if you're here for the first time, beautiful. Thank you for coming, and please give me a like or a comment if this resonates, or if you have questions, and please like and subscribe or wherever you are. Anyway, the second part of this is to kind of bring it in, to let this gentle guidance come in from spirit, gentle guidance come in from the teacher. We're kind of opening up for some of you who was preparing for my retreat coming up in a few weeks, the 24th to 26th. We're kind of moving beyond the veil. So there's some resistance, and you might be experiencing more as there's the last few weeks before the retreat. We're moving through a new veil, new. So that is interesting. So you might be feeling something of this on the journey on right now as there's a build up. So that is sometimes the difference between a Wisdom Wednesday. When you just tune into those, you get small kind of surrenders, while a retreat is a whole weekend kind of builds up energy in a different way. So if you are new, just let me know if you have questions or if you want to join. That is always beautiful. Anyway, let's bring it into the stillness, that energy has a sound, it has a color, it has a rainbow, it has an energy that you can let in. So let's get the bell going one more time. Yeah, and it comes in just like a breath. It comes in just like ease. Relaxation is the choice that you can allow to happen. Yes, relaxation is something you can't force. It is something you can open yourself up to, and yet at the same time, you have to only surrender to it. You can only let it be, and then suddenly the breath embraces you, the kiss kisses you, the embrace happens to you, the wind caresses your face, and so you can let it in. And if you feel it, great, then just give a little heart or a comment or whatever, or just close your eyes and let it guide you deeper. Violet, purple rainbows. And it's the 8th of March. That is a beautiful day, a celebration of the feminine. So it can be released, and we can also honor the masculine, which is what we need to do to find balance. The masculine and feminine has to both be honored. They are working together in unison. Yeah, and then it's like an opening of the chest and letting go of the shoulders, shake them loose, and shake your booty out, your hips, lift them up and let it down in. And then the breath can just kind of come deeper in. Yeah, and then it just kind of sinks in through the belly, through your spine, to your butt, to your thighs, to your knees, to your legs, to your ankles, all the way down. It's almost like a little tingling or burning sensation coming down. Got a little Sailor Man here too. We've been shifting up a little the altar. Yeah, so let it just come up again through your body. Like a crackling, like a stiffness, like a cat just stretching out. As energy, as ease moves through the body, moves through your, and the sun comes in. So we're kind of letting small nuggets of ease to fill us, to open up the body being, to allow us to see spirit, to allow us to see our soul, so that we can crack open the ego, which is the journey here, of course, for those who are new. And yeah, if you're new, like and subscribe, and please give me questions, or I might see you next Wednesday, Wisdom Wednesday. And for the ones that give donations, thank you for your donations, and let it go, let it out, let the yarn through the system. Perfect. Wow. Beautiful. We're done for today. Yeah, let me know what. Give some hearts in the comments or whatever. And yeah, I will talk to you guys again soon. Have a beautiful day, guys. And I will see you guys